Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, I am Sydney, and today I have a really fun video because it's a bunch of new products from Wet n Wild. I was lucky enough to get an invite to their Toronto event this past week, showing the launch of some of their 2017 products and then some products that they had released on limited edition collections and have now made permanent. So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap on that event, and then I'm going to show you all the goodies that I got. So first of all, a big shout out to the Canadian Beauty Bloggers Network because it was through them that I was able to get the invite, so that was pretty fun. This was my first brand event, so I was super stoked, and unfortunately, due to living where I live in Mississauga, so a lot of the events happen in Toronto, which is not super far, but it's not super close either for transit. So I did have to go train into Union, which is an adventure in and of itself, especially rushing off from work. But I made it there, actually made it there early. I was one of the first few bloggers and YouTubers to arrive at the event. And I could tell purely by the fact that everyone else was dressed in all black, which tends to be what you wear when you work PR events. Having done a couple parties and stuff myself in similar nature, it's all black. So kind of stood there for a little bit, and I was flying solo for going down there, and I hadn't met any of the girls from CBB before. There are a few faces that to me are synonymous with the group, so I knew who I was going to look out for a few of them. But I did put a post on the page saying, I'm by myself, this is what I'm wearing, come find me. So a couple of girls did respond out to that, and I did end up bumping into them. So it was really great to actually meet people in person and to, well, I guess hear their voice, because not everybody is a YouTuber, so you don't really know what they sound like. And so that's always a weird thing for me, is you kind of feel like you know what someone's gonna sound like, and then they talk and you're like, well, nope, not what I expected. But it was really great to meet people, and when I first arrived, I was waiting for everybody to show up. The marketing director of Wet n Wild, Evelyn Wang, showed me around. I basically got a personal tour with the marketing director, which was pretty awesome. I have to say, like, she was super friendly. Like, she came up to me and was like, hey, how are you? I was great. So I said, this is my first event. She said, well, come on over. So we literally walked to each of the tables throughout the venue, and I got to pick her brain, make sure I passed off my card, and later on I ended up being able to meet the communications director as well, which I believe her name was Emanata. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she was quite friendly as well and quite nice. So it was really fun to see people who are actually part of the company and like getting to actually talk to them, and they're not aloof. So that was pretty fun. So the biggest product launch for 2017 is their Photo Focus Foundation and Powder and Concealer. They have 20 shades of this foundation, and not only that, but they were tested under 7 different lighting conditions, from like natural light, indoor, outdoor, artificial, nightclub, and basically they had a hired panel of women try it, take photos. There's the 700 selfie test, so it's gone through its rigors before being promoted as what it is, and they do have a concealer and a powder to go with it. That was pretty cool. They had the Lash Renegade mascara, which I also have one of, so you guys can see that, and that's kind of cool. But one of the best parts, other than the catsuit liquid lipstick table, which my heart was like beating out of my chest, if anyone is one of those 90s, early 2000s kids who used to love spending time at the movie theaters and the arcades, they had a claw game. And in the claw game, they actually had little Chinese takeaway containers full of beauty products. So that was pretty fun, and it was pretty fun watching people try and do it. I was actually not successful with the claw, but of course they wanted to make sure that everybody got stuff, so I got to walk away with a little takeaway container regardless. And they did have some drinks. I do believe they had a signature drink, which I think was based off their hashtag of staywild. I was not drinking, I didn't really feel like anything. And they did have some food coming around, so it was great. I would say the only thing that probably irked most of us, and it's something silly, it's nothing to do with the brand or the PR agency or anything, it was just the venue had red lights. So it was really hard to see the actual color of products. Now each table, like, obviously they had ones we could swatch and we could sample, and they did have white light ring lights, or ring light mirrors, so that we could actually see the color. But you did see everyone like walking around with their phone, blasting their flash so they could actually see the color of products. That would be the only thing that I would comment on that had a little bit of a drawback, but everything else was great. Medium one was great. So they had the foundation table, they had the catsuit liquid lipsticks. They have 13 shades of those. I'm now the happy owner of 3 of them, and I will get my hands on more of those, definitely. Then there was the Lash Renegade station, and then the final table had some of their new sticks. They have concealer, highlighter, blush, and contour sticks. They have dual-ended highlight and contour sticks. They have a new base coat, a new top coat, and I think 2 or 3 new shades of their gel all-in-one colors. They also have made permanent their highlighters. The ones that came out, I think near the end of last year, and they've decided to make it permanent because they were an online exclusive, I believe, to their website, and they just kept selling out. So they've made those permanent, which is great. They have some gel lip liners, which are super smooth. Like the gel formula there was no tugging whatsoever. I'm trying to think. They had a makeup remover, a liquid makeup remover. The ombre blush, they had one of those on the table, which was a super pretty color, super reflective, oh, so buttery and so smooth. But moving on, this is the bag that we left with, like a nice substantial bag, but I am going to start with a little Chinese takeaway container. So I got 3 products in mine. I think there might have been some that had 4 in them, I'm not sure. But this one, actually, funny enough, has a color that I ended up putting on my lips while I was out there at the event. So this is their Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick. And this is in Berry Recognize. And this is the one that I had swatched and put on my lips. And they are so comfortable. They do dry down quite matte and quite quickly. And they have such a good staying power. Like, I swatched the 13 of them on my arms, and they weren't even on my arm for any more than 4 minutes. And using a makeup wipe, because they had makeup wipes at all the stations so that you could swatch, I couldn't get it all off. Like, I had colors on my arm through 2 different wipes, 3 different wipes actually, and then my own makeup remover at home, which still didn't lift all of it. So they're potent, and they are very light on the lips. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but when I put it on, I was like, wow, you really don't feel this. So that's really exciting. So I'll show you guys some of the colors I've got. But the next thing they have, and this was also at the last table, was their gel lip balms. And they are tinted slightly, and this one is Pout and Love. So they all have a little pout and something. So there is Pout and Love, a whole bunch of different ones. So these are quite nice. Very, very smooth as well. They are, like I said, a lip balm, but the gel factor is a very interesting touch. I haven't tried it on my lips yet, but when I swatched the collection on my hands, in the dark, I was like, oh, they're just shiny, there's no color, and then you put the flash on, I'm like, oh, there's definitely color. And then the last piece that I got in here was their Mega Glow Makeup Stick, and this is the Conceal Stick. If memory serves, there was only 1 or 2 colors of the Conceal Stick, at least at the party. When I was looking online, I don't believe I saw any more, but I will update you and make sure that it's linked down below. This is the only product out of my 2 goodie bags that actually I got doubled in. The highlight that they have for this collection is stunning. I loved it, so I really wish that I had one of those. But I will definitely go and try and get my hands on that. So that was my little Chinese takeaway container, which, by the way, is so cute. They had pink ones and they had black ones. So I'm really liking that. And then to start in this bag, I will start with the foundation. Now, one comment I'll have on the foundation is they didn't cater too much to the darker skin tones. So I obviously don't have that problem. I'm on the flip side of not having anything pale enough, typically. But they rocked it for the lighter and medium shades. For me, like this one, I was color matched too, but again, with the lighting, I still haven't tried it in daylight, so I'm going to see how that works. But this one is in Rose Ivory, which is a light, cool shade. Cool, neutral, and warm for light and fair. They have medium tan, so they really did blow it out of the park for lighter folks, which, you know, is exciting for me because that is my struggle with drugstore foundations. I've been to 3 different MAC counters and they still can't match me to a single color, which is a bummer. But in my goodie bag, I did end up being able to switch this out because the first color was a medium tan color, but because I had matched myself, one of the girls was like, just go back in, switch them out, but they didn't have a concealer and a powder to match. So I was told that I could reach out and see if I can get my own color, but the ones that I got, if I can pull them up, This is the medium tawny for the concealer. And then the powder I could actually probably get away with trying to use as more of a contour color. So this was in Dark Cafe. So you can see that this is not going to work as a skin color for me, but I do want to see if I can try to work it for that. They also came out with their mattifying powder. This is Matte About You. This was on that last miscellaneous table as well, so that'll be interesting to use. Let's see, I have, like I said, the second concealer stick, and the shade that I have is called Follow Your Bisque. So we'll see how that works. This is the makeup remover. It's for eyes, lips, and face, and it's a micellar cleansing water. And what's really cool, it actually has like a pump at the top, so that'll be interesting to use. I tend to use this type of makeup remover when I just have eye makeup on or eyes and lips, but when I have a full face, I end up using a makeup remover wipe. But sometimes I find that if I have a lot of makeup on, then instead of using like 2 or 3 wipes, I'll do 1 wipe and then go in with a liquid makeup remover. But I've never used any micellar cleansing waters, so that'll be kind of fun to try. I did get 2 of their gel lip liners. So one is called Pink Flamingos and then Red the Scene. So what's really cool about their packaging is like they do have the colors on the outside and the top. And I believe for these there's about 6 colors, give or take. And of course in the red light you didn't realize there were 6 colors, and then when you put the flash on you're like, oh look, there's a whole bunch. This is the contour stick, and the color that I got for this is Call Me Maple, which I believe of the 2 or 3 shades is on the lighter side of things, but still obviously for my skin tone quite dark, but totally willing to try it and see what I can do with it. They did throw in this Precious Petals Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is one of the ones that was limited edition that they've now made permanent, and if memory serves, this is also the lighter of the 2 shades. Both of them absolutely stunning. The other one is just a bit of a darker gold, so it would work way better for the medium to dark skin tones. But this one I'm so excited for, and it's so inexpensive. That is the best thing about Wet n Wild, is they really and truly are an inexpensive makeup brand. And one thing that Evelyn has said to us is that they are a cruelty-free brand, but they are working towards being 100% vegan. Now for me personally, that's not something that bothers me with my choice of makeup. I know some women and some men are very particular about the brands of makeup that they use, and they're very focused on cruelty-free or vegan. I am not at the moment, but you never know, it might be something that I lean more towards. And they are, I believe right now, are about 85% vegan in their products, but they are moving to be 100% vegan in the next year or so, next couple of years. And the next thing is the dual-ended contour stick, and I got, this one was in medium tan. They had 2 shades, medium tan and then a light medium. Light medium might be a little bit better for me, you know, pill problems, but when I swatched them, there wasn't a huge difference, so we'll see how that plans out. And then this is the Lash Renegade Mascara. I love the packaging for this. It's geometric, it's awesome, and they have, this one is really cool because they're trying to do a lot. So it's maximizing every lash dimension. So it does volume, length, definition, and curl. So I'm going to see how much this lives up to that. And this is in Brazen Black. And it's cool, I'll show you the picture of the wand. It does have a ball on the end and then a more rounded style rest of the brush. So you know me, I love mascaras, and I really should throw out the ones that I'm using. So I'm like, yay, something else to try. The last few things, I got the Saving Base 10 Benefits in 1 Fortifying Base Coat for my nails. And this is in Never Basic. It is a nude shade. I also got a Ultimate Brow Kit in Ash Brown. So that'll be fun to try because I am trying to experiment a bit more with my brows and different products. Let's see, last couple of things. These are the last 2. Oops. These are the 2 other colors I got from the Mega Last Liquid Cat Suit. So this one is in Coral Corruption, so super excited for that one because I love coral colors. And then this one is a nude color. This one is called Nudie Patootie, which I say cutie patootie all the time, so nudie patootie, I was like, yes. And this actually looks like it'll be a really nice nude for me. I believe in the collection when I swatched it, there was only really one like true nude color, but they do have such a good range of the colors, so that was exciting. And then I did get one more of the gel lip balms, and this is Love and Shock. And then the last item I have is one of their 10-pan palettes. They had 2 natural palettes. This is Nude Awakening, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but love the colors of this. So I'm excited to try this out. And this is also on the miscellaneous table. And then the last thing that's in here is that we have a cute lipstick looking USB key. So I quite like that. You know me, lipstick junkie, so I was like, oh, lipstick USB? I'm like, I'm in. So that is everything in my bag. I enjoyed it so much, and I'm really looking forward to going to more events this year and making the effort to go. So if you're ever on the fence of going to an event, even if it's not like a beauty blog related, but you're someone that's like, oh, should I make the effort? Do it. Always go and do it. I'm somebody who, I've become such a homebody since university finished that I'm like, oh, going out is such an effort. But I had a blast. So I really and truly hope that I can attend to more of these events this year and branch out to meet other brands, and I hope they all are as awesome as the girls who worked for Wet n Wild, and even the PR company that helped to run this event. Everybody there was on point. Like, they were fantastic. So hit up the social media if you want to look at more of the photos from the event. There's 2 hashtags that we used, staywild and generationsofwild, so I'm sure you can find some awesome other content from some of the fellow bloggers and YouTubers who got to attend the event. If you have a favorite Wet n Wild product, let me know what it is, because I clearly need to go expand my collection and hit up a Walmart ASAP, because now I'm like, I want everything, especially these. I need to go and buy all of them, and they're like $5. Like, how can you say no to that? How? I'm planning a video coming up with trying out some of my new makeup, both this collection as well as some of the things that I got over Christmas. But if there's anything in particular that you'd like a first impression on or a review on, whether it's a video review or on my blog, please let me know. Let me know in the comments, hit me up on my social media. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, it really makes my day and it helps me to bring content to you. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya! Today I am coming with you with a collaboration with a whole bunch of beautiful Canadian blogger women, so I'm super excited for that. My Best of Beauty 2016, those are my top products. I would love to know what yours are, what your ride or dies were, and ones that you would like to